Hey kids, welcome back to another round of grammar time from home. I hope you are all doing well in your quarantine. I want to remind you that your teachers miss you a ton and we cannot wait to get back and hang out with you when all of this is over. Hopefully you guys have already pulled up your worksheet. Connected to the Google Classroom, you will also see this worksheet. As I go through this lesson, take any notes you would like to here in this space. Be as thorough or, write what you feel like you need, but take whatever notes you need here in this space. You will also need this because this is your thing to prove that you listened to this video and you learned what you were supposed to learn. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's lesson is on run-on sentences and why we do not want you to use them and how to fix them in case you already have. So at this point, I hope I don't have to go super deep into explaining what a run-on sentence is, because you've probably learned about it in elementary school. But let's go over it one more time. This is when you take two independent clauses or two complete sentences and put them together with no punctuation or incorrect punctuation. So your sentences are forever long and they don't always make sense. So for example, this sign is really out there somewhere and it says, "Hunters, please use caution when hunting pedestrians using walk trails." Now, we know that this means, hey, hunters, be careful. There are people here, walking the trails. Don't shoot them, right? Hopefully, that's what this implies. Instead, it's saying, hey, hunters, use caution, with other wild animals while you hunt people who are walking on the trails. Now, let's not do that. And instead, let's just fix it. Let's make this run-on sentence two separate sentences, or just fix it so it's not a run-on sentence, so your message is super duper clear. Okay, so how do we fix that? Well, let's say we have this sentence, or this run-on sentence. I love donuts, I eat them for breakfast. Fantastic run-on sentence though. Well, there's three ways to fix it. The first way is to use a period to create two separate sentences. So for example, this might look like, I love donuts, period. I eat them for breakfast, period. Run-on sentence fixed, you've still gotten your point across and had to do little work. You literally just added a dot. So super easy to do. The second way is to separate the independent clauses with a semicolon. Now, for those of you who don't know what a semicolon is, when you're texting your crush and you're winking at them through text message, this is the button you would use to do the winky face. So, I love donuts, semicolon, I eat them for breakfast, period. Again, it's no longer a run-on sentence, the sentences go together, and you literally had to do nothing else except insert the semicolon into the sentence. Super easy. So why do you keep using them? Okay, so the third way is to separate the two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction and a comma. So for example, I love donuts, comma, and I eat them for breakfast, period. This one calls for a little bit more work, but really it's not that much more work. And you learned how to use fanboys last quarter. And just as a reminder, the fanboys are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So the formula for this would go independent clause 1, comma, fanboys, second independent clause. Super easy, little to no effort on your end, but, Okay. So, a little while back, I found this awesome video online, and I think she just really hits this point home, and I want you guys to enjoy this experience. So.
Hi, I'm Sherry Prindle, and I am known for making grammar fun and accessible. Yes, I said grammar and fun in the same sentence. And one of my famous little memory hooks is called the run-on wrap. You know when you join two or more complete thoughts together, you can't do it with just a comma, because that would be a comma splice, and you can't do it with just a conjunction. That would be a run-on sentence. So my run-on wrap is based on the fact that a compound sentence is made up of how many thoughts? Two. So guess how many things you need in the middle between the two thoughts? Two. Get it? Two thoughts, two things. First, a comma. But that comma is not strong enough to hold two complete thoughts together. That comma needs reinforcement. You can either reinforce the comma by putting a dot above it to make it a semicolon, or by putting a fanboys conjunction after it. For, and, nor, but, or, yet. So, those are the fanboys conjunctions. They're called coordinating conjunctions, but the first letter of each of them goes together and forms fanboys. So that was the explanation, and here's the rap. Two thoughts, two things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys. Two thoughts, two things, comma with a dot, comma with a, come on, two thoughts, two things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys.
I love that video. It's fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy it too. If you want to watch it again, go ahead and rewind it. So, but she's hitting the point home of this is the easiest way to do this. So, let's go ahead and put it to practice. Let's say you have this sentence. There is a day set aside every year, comma, National Donut Day, comma, to celebrate America's favorite pastry. Donut Day is the first Friday in June. Whew, that's a very long sentence. So how do we fix this? Well, first let's decide what the two independent clauses are. So the first one is, there is a day set aside every year, National Donut Day, to celebrate America's favorite pastry. And then the second independent clause is, Donut Day is on the first Friday in June. Okay, so one way we could fix it is by just making it two completely separate sentences. There's a day set aside every year, National Donut Day, to celebrate America's favorite pastry. Period. Donut Day is on the first Friday in June. Period. It's already fixed. Sweet. The only thing you had to do was put a dot and capitalize one word. Super hard, right? Okay, another way to do it is just by adding a semicolon. There is a day set aside every year, National Donut Day, to celebrate America's favorite pastry. Semicolon. Donut Day is on the first Friday in June. Super easy. Okay, let's look at a different sentence. Donut is the accepted spelling of the pastry. Donut is listed in the Merriam Dictionary as an alternative spelling. And yes, in case you did not know that, there are two ways to spell donuts that are widely accepted. Isn't that weird? The English language is so weird sometimes. So, what are the two independent clauses? Donut is the accepted spelling of the pastry, and donut is also listed in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary as an alternative spelling. So there's three ways we can fix this. Donut is the accepted spelling of the pastry, semicolon. Donut is also listed in the Merriam Dictionary as an alternative spelling. Second way is by just turning it into two complete sentences. Donut is the accepted spelling of the pastry, period. Donut is also listed in the Merriam Dictionary as an alternative spelling. Or you can do the comma with the fanboys. Donut is the accepted spelling of the pastry, comma, but donut is also listed in the Merriam Dictionary as an alternative spelling. So basically this is just, a style. How do you like to write? What's the easiest way to do it for you? And start practicing. Now this one is a little bit different. We can tell in this sentence somebody tried to break up the run-on sentence but didn't quite do it correctly. So let's look at it. Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every year, comma, Canadians have the most donut shops per capita, period. Which is true. Canadians do donut and coffee shops way better than America does. If you guys ever go up into Canada or go out east, you need to stop by a Tim Hortons. It is the best donut coffee place ever. Anyways, side rant over. So as you can see, they put a comma after year and before Canadians. This is called a comma splice because this isn't enough to fix your run-on sentence. What you want to do is either, fix it like we normally would. So the way you would fix it is Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every year, comma, yet Canadians have the most donut shops per capita. Or you could do it, Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every year, semicolon, Canadians have the most donut shops per capita. Or Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every year, period. Canadians have the most donut shops per capita. Each way is correct. You pick the way you like the best. So, one more time. Should we listen to it one more time?
Hi, I'm Sherry Voice. So that was the explanation, and here's the rap. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a come on. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys.
I mean, how can you not like sing and dance along to that, right? So here's what you're going to do. If you go back to your worksheet here, you will see it is riddled with fun little pictures. Here's what you are going to do. Basically, I'm going to give you these 2 pictures, and you are going to write a complete sentence about both pictures and then combine them together, either using a semicolon or a comma and a fanboys. It's up to you however you want to do it, but it's to show us that you know what you're doing. So for example, we have this picture here, which is this archer shooting an arrow with her feet. That's pretty impressive. I can't do that. So I might say the upside down archer shot her arrow as my complete sentence. Then over here we have a second picture, which is a bullseye, and I don't see an arrow on it. So I'm going to assume that she missed her target. What we want to do then is combine them together. So that would look like the upside down archer shot her arrow, comma, but she missed her target. Does that make sense? Okay, so you will do that exact same thing with these sets of pictures, these sets of pictures, and these sets of pictures. And then you will turn that in for your grade for the day. And yeah, if you have questions, concerns, or anything at all, please reach out to Ms. Simmons, Mr. Bainey, or me, and we will be happy to help you with anything you need. And just one more time, because I think this is going to be the next TikTok dance of your quarantine. And if you do film your TikTok dance, please send it to your teacher so we can laugh at you and enjoy your silliness. So yeah, let's go ahead.
They're called coordinating conjunctions, but the voice. So that was the explanation, and here's the rap. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a come on. 2 thoughts, 2 things, comma with a dot, comma with a fanboys.
Don't you miss us? Hurry back. We're getting bored here alone at home. Have a great day, you guys.